Every system fails sometimes. What changes with autonomous systems is not whether they fail, but how. The failure modes an institution learn to recognize over decades. A person making a mistake, a process breaking down, a control being skipped still happen. But they are joined by new ones that behave differently, and an enterprise that only watches for the old shapes will miss the new ones until they are large. This module is about those new failure modes and about staying in control when one of them arrives. It is the last module and in a sense the test of all the others, because governance is judged not on a good day but on a bad one. By the end of this module, you will be able to recognize how autonomous systems fail and respond and recover when one does. The first new failure mode is the quietest, and we have met it before: silent degradation. A system does not break, it slips. Its behavior drifts out of tolerance gradually, with no error, no alarm, no single event to investigate. By the time the effect is visible in outcomes, the system has been quietly wrong for some time. This is dangerous precisely because nothing looks wrong. The dashboards stay green, the volumes look normal, and the institution feels in control while the ground moves under it. The defense is the continuous assurance from earlier, watching the live signals, judging them against a standard, and treating a slow drift as seriously as a sudden break because it is often more costly. The second new mode is the cascade. In a machine speed workflow, systems feed one another, so one agent acting on another's flawed output can spread a single fault across many decisions before a human notices. What would have been one person's contained mistake becomes a pattern at scale, fast. The speed that makes autonomous operations valuable is the same speed that makes a fault propagate. The third is more insidious, when assurance itself becomes false comfort. An institution can have monitoring, reports, and green indicators and still be blind if the assurance is measuring the wrong things, or resting on the system's own account of itself, or so noisy that the real signal is lost. The most confident-looking governance can be the least informed. The discipline is to keep asking whether the assurance would actually catch the failure that matters or only the failures it was set up to expect. Two more modes are worth naming. One comes from outside, a fault in a shared dependency or a partner's agent, the ecosystem contagion from the last module arriving as a failure in your operation that did not originate there. The other comes from inside, in the moment of an incident. Authority confusion. When an autonomous system is misbehaving and several teams could act, an unclear answer to who is allowed to stop this right now costs exactly the time the institution does not have. The thread through all of these is that autonomous failures tend to be faster, quieter, and more connected than the failures institutions are built to catch. Recognizing that is the first half of handling them. The second half is knowing what to do when one arrives, which is next.